Very good morning to all of you. Today I want to start experiment number 19. Title of experiment number 19 is given determination of percentage transmission, absorbance, concentration and factor, that is C and F, of given sample by microprocessor spectrophotometer. Okay, this is the title of experiment number 9. Determination of percentage transmission, absorbance, concentration and factor of given sample by microprocessor spectrophotometer. So this is the title of this experiment. Now these are the course outcomes are obtained based on this title of experiment. Okay, now 4 course outcomes are prepared here. First course outcome is acquire capability to conduct experiments and estimate the concentration of different parameters. Second course outcome is compare the result with standards and discuss based on the purpose of analysis. Determine type of treatment, degree of treatment for water and wastewater. This is the third course outcome. Next, fourth course outcome is identify the parameter to be analyzed for the student project work in environmental stream. So these are the course outcomes are prepared based on this title and based on these subjects. The subject title is Environmental Engineering Laboratory. Subject code is 18 CVL 67. This comes in 6th semester of Civil Engineering Department. See, these are the apparatus as well as equipments are used to conduct this given experiments. So in this slide, some of the equipments and some of the apparatus are used for this equipment, and here see, this is the today's experiments instruments, that is ultraviolet spectrophotometers. UV means ultraviolet spectrophotometer. These instruments we are using today's experiments. Okay, next, introductions. Spectrophotometer is an analytical instrument commonly used in physicochemical laboratories to make quantitative and qualitative analysis of specimen materials in the near ultraviolet. Visible spectral range finds much scope for its service in such fields as medicine, clinical examination, biochemistry, quality control, petrochemical industry and environmental protection. In these fields, this spectrophotometer is used. What are the working principles of this spectrophotometer? Let us see. The spectrophotometer consists of 5 parts. One is a simple compartment to accommodate this sample solution. Second is a monochromator to isolate the wavelength of interest and eliminate the unwanted second order radiation. And third part is a tungsten halogen lamps to supply the light. A tungsten halogen lamps to supply the light. And fourth component is a detective to receive the transmitted light and convert it to an electrical signal. Fourth compartment is a detector to receive the transmitted light and convert it to an electrical signal. And next component is a digital display to indicate absorbance, transmittance, concentrations, factor, etc. A digital display to indicate absorbance, transmittance, concentrations, factor, etc. Light from the lamp source is focused on the entrance slit of the monochromator, where the collimating mirror directs the beam onto the grating. The grating disperses the light beam to produce the spectrum, a portion of which is focused on the exit slit of the monochromator by a collimating mirror. Then beam is passed to a sample compartment through one of the filter, which helps to eliminate the unwanted second order radiation from the diffraction grating. Upon leaving the sample compartment, the beam is passed to the silicon photodiode detector. Upon leaving the sample compartment, the beam is passed to the silicon photodiode detector and causes the detector to produce an electrical signal that is displayed on the digital display. This is the working principle of spectrophotometer. Now, which are the apparatus are required to execute this experiment? Spectrophotometer is required, cuvettes are required, and cuvettes are consist of 1 centimeter path length. Next, pipettes are required, volumetric flask and beakers. These are the instruments as well as apparatus are required to execute this experiment. Let us see operation. How to operate spectrophotometer. In operation, step 1, plug the instrument into a grounded AC outlet. Means you do the connection to the power. And next step, turn on the instruments on. Okay, means switch on the instrument on. Allow the instrument to warm up for at least 20 minutes. Means now after instrument is switch on, you wait up to 20 minutes. Now that instrument becomes warm up. And third step, insert the black block into the first cuvette position and blank cuvette into the second position. So while opening the cuvette slot, you start the steps. Insert the black block into the first cuvette position and blank cuvette into the second position. Then now close the sample compartment lid. Push cell changer knob fully inside to set the black block into the light path. Now set percentage T by pressing the up and down of percentage key until display reads 0, 0. So this is the how to operate the instruments in first step. Now how to read readings. Okay, so second is percentage transmission. How to read this? Let us see in this step. First step, set the desired wavelength using wavelength knob. Set the desired wavelength using wavelength knob. Press mode key to change to T mode. So there are option is displayed or given on the key. Press mode key to change to T mode. Fill one of matched cuvette with blank solution. That is, blank solution is nothing but a distilled water. Different range of different colors of visible region. Different range for different colors of visible region is given here. For yellow colored samples, 320 nanometer to 400 nanometer wavelength is fixed. So now in an average 370 nanometer wavelength peak you should be set in the instruments. If the color is for red colored samples, so that is to calibrating. For red colored sample, 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer means you set range peak at 510 to 550 nanometers you set. If blue colored samples is there, so then you set 650 nanometer to 1000 nanometer, but in and around peak is around 780 nanometer, you set the wavelength by wavelength knob. Okay. And next step, insert the black block into the first cuvette position and blank cuvette into the second position. Close the sample compartment lid. Push cell changer knob fully inside to set the black block into the light path. Then set 0% T by pressing the upward symbol of 0% key until display reads 0. So in third step, pull the cell changer knob to set blank cuvette into the light path. Set 100% T by pressing the downward observance or 100% T key until display reads 100. Then next step, insert the solution to be measured into the cuvette holder. Then close the sample compartment lid. Pull the cell changer knob to set the sample to be measured into the light path. Read results directly on the digital display. So this is the steps of how to read the T value and sample reading T value. Next, how to read observance. Reading of ABS is nothing but that is observance. Let us see the steps. Set the desired wavelength using wavelength knob. Press mode key to change to A mode. Fill one of the matched cuvette with blank solution, that is distilled water. And second step, insert the blank into the first and sample into the second cuvette position. Now close the sample compartment lid. Push cell changer knob fully inside to set the blank into the light path. Set 0 observance by pressing the downward observe or 100% T key until display reads 0. Then close the sample compartment lid. Then pull the cell changer knob to set the sample to be measured into the light path. Read results directly on the digital display, that is observance value. Next, how to reading the concentrations. See how to read the concentration. So here step is given. Okay. First step, to read the concentration by spectrophotometer. Set the desired wavelength using wavelength knob. Then press mode key to change to T or A mode. Then fill one of the match cuvette with the blank solution, that is distilled water. Next step, insert the blank into the first and standard into the second cuvette position. Close the sample compartment lid. Push cell changer knob fully inside to set the blank into the light path. Then now set 100% T or 0 observance, that is according to the mode selected, by pressing this downward observance or 100% T key until display reads 100 or 0 according to the mode selected. And next step, close the sample compartment lid. Pull the cell changer knob to set the standard to be measured into the light path. The next step you do, now set the standard concentration using increasing or decreasing key and press enter key to accept the value. Here the maximum value of standard can be selected 4/9 and minimum value can be 1. So in this range you select any one value. Okay. Then instrument will automatically switch to F mode, that is factor value, and display shows the factor value. Press enter key to accept the factor value. So this is the most important steps. Then next step, instrument will automatically switch to C modes. So after accepting factor value F, now instrument will automatically switch to C mode, and display shows the concentration value in ppm, that is concentration we are measured in terms of ppm, that is parts per billions, that is 1 ppm equal to 1 milligram per liter. So we are getting direct C value. And next step, pull the cell changer knob to set the sample to be measured into the light path. Read results directly on the digital display. So this is the procedure to read concentrations. Next, how to setting factor. How to setting factor. See the procedures for this parts. In first step, press mode key to change to F modes. Press mode key to change to F mode. Then next step, the display shows the previous factor value. Now set the new factor value using the increasing or decreasing key and press enter key to accept the value. The maximum value of factor can 4/9 and minimum value can be 1. So this is the procedure for setting the factor value. Now you read the results. After setting all the 4 parameters, now write results here. So first is percentage T, that is transmission. Second result you write, that is observance. Fourth you write concentration C in ppm, and fourth value is factor F value you write. So this is the results obtained by spectrophotometers. Okay. And next is there is alternate procedure is this. There is alternate procedure is also given to operate this spectrophotometer. What is that alternate experiment? I will explain here. Turn on the spectrophotometer and allow it to warm up for approximately 20 minutes. Next, prepare a p-nitrophenol solutions by diluting the stock p-nitrophenol solution with deionized or distilled water. Add 0.1 molarity sodium hydroxide dropwise so that the pH of the diluted solution is at least 9. Next step, insert an opaque light black into the cuvette holder and adjust the amplifier control knob until the needle indicates 0% T. Next step, select one of the cuvette for the blank solution, that is in this case distilled or deionized waters. Do not interchange it with the other cuvettes. Do not handle the lower portion of the cuvette through which the light passes. Always rinse the cuvette with several portions of the solution you are using before taking a measurement. Place approximately 3 ml of solution in the cuvette for analysis. Wipe the outside of the cuvette with Kimp wipe or equivalent. Never use a handkerchief or towel for this purpose because they will leave lint on the surface. To avoid scratching the cuvette, insert it into the cell holder with the index line facing you. After the cuvette is seated, line up the index lines exactly. Next step, turn the wavelength control knob to 530 nanometer. Next, rotate the light intensity control knob until the needle indicates either 80% T or the maximum possible percentage T at this wavelength. Rotate the wavelength control knob and note how the response varies with wavelength. The variation is due to light source characteristics, differing absorption of light at various wavelengths by the cuvette and the distilled water, and variation in phototube response. Determine the absorbance spectrum of the solution prepared in part 2, making measurements at 350, 375, 400, 425, 450, 475, 500, 525 and 550 nanometer in the following manner for each wavelength. Set 0% T when no cuvette is in cell holder, that is light path is blocked with an opaque insert. Set 100% T when the blank is in the cell holder. Insert the cuvette containing the sample. Read and record T and E value. Plot the absorption spectrum. In the region of the absorption maximum, take additional readings at 5 nanometer intervals. Select the best wavelength for quantitative analysis and check this wavelength with the instructor before proceedings. Next, insert the cuvette containing the sample. Read and record percentage T and E value. Next step, plot the absorption spectrum. Okay. In the region of the absorption maximum, take additional, so that is repeated. So in ninth step, empty the cuvettes and rinse them thoroughly with water. And next step, prepare 5 dilutions of the stock solution, which will give approximately equally spaced absorbance readings between 0.1 and 0.7 at the wavelength you have selected. Graduated cylinder should not be used to make the dilution. To adjust pH, add sodium hydroxide dropwise until no further color change occurs and dilute to the mark. The next step, for the quantitative analysis, it is necessary to determine a cell correction that accounts for the differences in the blank and sample cell characteristics. To do this, place deionized or distilled water in the blank cuvette and set the instrument to 100% T. Then place distilled water in the sample cuvette and measure the difference in absorbance and percentage T. The difference is called the cell correction and should be applied to the test solution data. Next step, measure the absorbance of each dilution at the selected wavelength, resetting 0 and 100% T before each measurement. Rinse the cuvettes thoroughly between measurements. Begin measurements with the lowest concentration and proceed to the highest concentration. Adjust absorbance and percentage T values with the appropriate cell corrections. Then plot absorbance versus concentration on arithmetic paper and percentage T versus concentration on semi-log paper. Then determine whether Bayer's law is followed, and if so, determine the values of the molar absorptive epsilon, where epsilon is AM liter mole 1 centimeter. Small a is absorbability liter G1 gram 1 centimeter 1. M is molecular weight 3 gram moles. Then determine the concentration of the unknown P nitrophenol solution in moles per liter. Now in this experiment, these are the reagents are used. 0.1 molarity sodium hydroxide is used, that is 30 ml in a dropper bottle per student group you distribute. 10 raised to minus 3 molarity of P nitrophenol is required. So this is prepared by this step. Add 0.13 gram P nitrophenol to 500 ml of distilled or deionized water. Adjust pH to greater than 9 with 0.1 molarity sodium hydroxide and dilute to 1 liter with distilled deionized water. Okay. These are the references are referred for this experiment to cover in details. Next class, next experiment I will be continue. Thank you one and all.